Welcome back to. You guys might know this, might not. I'm gonna guess minus 250. No, uh, the Mary Choppins podcast.
How you think
Obviously,
we
we
don't know
know
Mary
Mary
Poppins?
Poppins.
You guys don't know movies. You don't
Mary
know like,
Poppins is like one of the most famous movies of all time.
If I
I mean,
if
that,
I
I
haven't
that could
watched it. It's not that
Yeah.
I've watched
yeah, I
it, but
also
I
have
know
not
what
watched
it
it.
is.
Everyone knows Mary Pop.
Okay, but all to say, I've made there. It could have gone. I make that reference, and you guys just go, that's like how many? That's not a YouTuber, and they don't have a TikTok.
All right. On today's show, we have a ton of exciting things on tap. We've got the Nebraska recap. We've got Delaware State HBCU experience on tap coming this weekend. We've got Tim. He made some sarcastic remarks about his league that didn't come off super well. And then we also had an internal debate about college game day next week. NFL picks are coming, of course. And I have a surprise for the first time on the show for my two.
We also just completed a 4-hour
Yes.
all hands meeting at Snapback Sports.
Good meeting.
Yeah, very productive meeting. But I like to start the show by giving a mention. We have 94 Mary Choppers, and last episode got 79 views. So
Shout out
up
to
into the
Chopman.
right. Like not every podcast can say each show and everything is up and to the right. Although our pace may be slower, hit that subscribe button and become a Mary Chopper alongside us. And then
Shout out to
lastly, yes, Casey did not remind us to come up with our picks. So I will be live at the end, surfing the board and giving out a loser. Okay.
All right, let's start at the top. Tim, you've got the hat on. Everyone will have seen the content out thus far except for the YouTube video, but anything you want to talk about the Nebraska experience and or the Cold Tub with Matt Rhule experience that you want to highlight?
I got to say Nebraska in the my power ratings, close to just about possibly my new number one.
Jack, in case you're curious, Tim announced that separate from Snapback experience score, he's just keeping his own rankings now.
I like that.
What's wrong with that? Our thing is like the ESPN FPI, and then I have my own power rankings.
Right, ours is like some bot formula. Yeah. Yours is like eye test.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, going to experiences. Let me not use my eyes. Yeah, let me not. Yeah, no, it's good. No, Nebraska was like as close to a 10 out of a 10 that I've experienced. It was just the access was incredible. But I mean, I know that like Jack, you make fun of it sometimes, like Penn State, for example, is just like dropped in the middle of nowhere. I love that. Like I love places like that. That to me is college football. When we travel on a Thursday or a Friday and you're taking that connection and you see the planes going to those tiny airports that they're going there for a football game and people have the apparel on and all that. Like that is what it's like flying into Lincoln. And the second the drive is like 10 minutes from the airport to Lincoln and there is nothing. And then all of a sudden you see like the little silhouette shape of the stadium with like 2 high rises. And you're like, football town, football city. I mean,
yeah. Also, I didn't realize, and I don't think we got this problem in Madison, but this is their capital city. It is not a college town, and they want to make that abundantly clear. Even if your capital city is a college town, they don't care. That is their capital. That is a major city, and they will not accept you calling it a college town because it has so much more to offer, apparently.
Like, even if you want to call the rail yard a college town, like, I'm in. And the whole college town thing is like, as someone who's, pretty well traveled to college towns, there's so many places that aren't college towns that get labeled college towns and vice versa. Like, I saw a ranking that had Austin as Austin's not a college town.
No.
Like in any sense. It is like I would
Well,
recommend it.
in the sense that
There's a
the
major
college is
there,
in the
but
town.
that is the only sense I agree
I would
to.
totally recommend it like as a trip with your buddies because of Fifth Street. Is that what it's Sixth?
Sixth,
Because of Sixth. But I'm not dumb. I'm not calling that college town. Like
No, it's
That's what I'm saying. Are you calling Lincoln a college town?
if I will do whatever they say, if they
So
don't
you
like
get yelled
that,
at if you call it a college town?
this is the first
Correct.
I'm hearing that.
No, it's in the maybe it was because I posted it, like we've landed, let us know what to do, something. But I saw it a bunch of times. And on Vert's tweets, he got some responses that it's like, this is our capital city. Like it's not just a college town. I'm like, whoa, sorry.
I find it quite interesting.
We didn't travel very far, but it didn't seem like we needed to travel very far to get the vibe that this is everything that was going on.
I find it so interesting how so much of the identity there is Nebraska athletics, and then they want to separate that. Like my dream is to be like, oh, my capital, college town.
Right.
What? Isn't the capital of Texas Austin? Is that?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Someone called that a college town.
Madison. I mean, Madison was kind of the biggest college town. Like I agree with you. Austin is too big and is not a college town. Madison, you really feel like you're in Madison, Wisconsin. You're in a college town. You are around, the Badgers, and then the Capitol building's like right there. Like, did you guys see the Capitol building?
Not sure if they have one.
I mean, we didn't travel very far.
Every city, every capital.
We didn't travel very far, but that's what I'm saying. I feel like there wasn't
The point is,
to go to.
we're losing the point. The point is Nebraska was like absolutely outstanding, and it's one of the best places I've ever been to catch in. I think it would be great to do any athletic event there. I mean, we talk about volleyball, all that's bowling, number 2 team in the country. It just was there. I don't know the right way to describe. Like I said it with this in my takeaway video, like how my new thing is basically like recommending a college trip for what you want to do, and like check off an SEC box with say in Alabama. I think you got to check off the Notre Dame box. Again, 2 different experiences, and then I'm now throwing like Nebraska into that category of a must do. Because
what box is that checking?
Historic
sucks right now, but
no, I
was
think
great.
I think this is everything to us. There's literally nothing else. By the way, don't come at me. That's what people who go there said.
No, I mean,
there's nothing else to do here but Nebraska football, and that's why everyone loves it. Which there's nothing wrong with that.
No, that's a plus.
That's what makes it
special.
Yeah,
I'm most embarrassed that Tim, like, he's such a fraud by putting Nebraska into his top 25 just to soothe.
Yep, I saw that.
His new Nebraska following. I'm not saying I'm a prouder man and I wouldn't be doing the same, but it was just funny because you posted it. I saw Archie like the post, and I was like, that he just lumped him into 25 so that he could make those.
He literally said he was going to put, because Sorsby follows him, he was going to just throw him in his college football player props just so Sorsby sees that he's shouting out.
Sorsby probably hit. I mean,
no, he didn't.
He didn't.
Good stay away.
He'll lock me in it this week. That's for sure.
Yeah, he'll be on it. Maybe I'll give him a little shout.
Does Archie have underdog player props?
I don't know.
He wouldn't hit him
lower. Yeah,
he was kicking into the wind all day. No. I think the category is, and again, like another can of worms, is like the blue blood category. Like,
and you count Nebraska as a blue blood?
Like, if you were to ask anyone not our age, they would say blue blood.
Yeah. But is a blue? At what point does the blood expire?
Well, that's the question. Like, I always thought like Pick Six Previews does this thing where he does a Twitter poll before his guide comes out, and he asks, "Is this school a blue blood? Yes or no?" And like for a while, like Clemson was like 93% yes. It's like that's not a blue blood. Like, it's just not. But like we all agree, Kentucky basketball, Duke, um, uh,
Like, do you
North
count
Carolina.
UCLA?
Yeah, so like that's the thing. Like that's kind of the.
I mean, UCLA
Right, like
football, we got to count now.
is USC a
What
football blue blood?
what does blue blood come from?
Oh, I know. I think it had to do with royalty, and
I thought that's purple though.
and they believed that your blood was blue if you were royalty.
Interesting.
Okay. All right.
And then like
flip
the
that.
most royal
We'll get
gems
the
are
answer
purple,
quick.
I think. Yeah, I don't know. All right. Anything else from Nebraska, Tim?
I mean,
Or was it that cold or were you acting?
so it was freezing. The first minute was horrendous. And what I was thinking was like, so before we went, and like Jack, you were like, well, this is really important to you. So do you have some ideas? And I was just like, yeah, like I do. Like I think every minute of this is going to be good content. And it was hard to totally plan because we didn't know how much, if Rhule would even be there, if he was going to give us his time. I mean, he joked, he's like, the fact that you got me out of my office on a Friday at 2:00 is pretty astonishing. So the fact that he was so awesome, like that he remembered, like I will never, no one's ever allowed to say a bad thing about Matt Rhule under my watch.
I
And
love that.
and when I was in there, the first minute I was so cold. And the first thing that came to mind was like, this content isn't going to be good because I can't speak. I'm so cold.
And then my favorite is, and people noticed it in the comments, they were like, and Rhule kept making sure that you got your shoulders in and like
Yeah.
went
Yeah,
even
he was
deeper.
having the single best moment was Tim being like, you don't get in the cold tub every day. And he's just like, okay.
Yeah.
Why? Because he does? Because he does?
He does. Like, he was like, I'll literally kill you. Like,
Yeah. He was like,
obviously I do.
I was just like trying to get my mind off it. And I'm like, how often do you do? I'm like, do you ever get in here? He goes, every day. I go, no, you don't. And he goes, okay.
That's it. It was so funny.
He was such a beauty. Like, again, I think it was probably the best. I think it was the best moment of my career so far, bar none.
Yeah.
All right, so
I was
go.
just going to say, I had even gone on record saying I don't even think we need Rhule and that it wasn't going to be as big of a deal. And then it obviously became a massive deal. And I think getting Rhule was obviously the show, the story. So I was definitely wrong on that part.
I think we need to now do a brainstorm because we got the clip, which is like, all right, now Snapback Sports asked me to do anything, I'm gonna do it because they pull through. And it's like, okay, well, what are we asking him to do now?
Oh, he said that?
Yeah.
He looked at the camera. He was like, at the end of, all right, time out.
Did you consume any the content?
Yeah, I know. What?
No, I was in Gainesville.
Oh, we'll get to that, buddy. He said he looked at the camera as Tim was going around for his 6th minute. Guy.
Also, yeah, was called to do 5, did 6.
As he's walking around, he looks at the camera. He's like, all right, anytime they pay their dues. Anytime Snapback Sports needs me to do something, I'll now do it. And then immediately I'm like, all right, what the fuck are we asking him to do that is worthwhile?
No, where's Big Ten Media Day next year? Like that is everything now. Like what we're gonna like just seeing Rhule, like the whole thing will just be fucking epic. And
Yeah.
Epic.
And I think in a way, what is nice about it is like you maybe not have thrown the end of trivia. I think people can debate whether that was intentional or
There's
not.
no debate. I'm putting actually the end to the debate.
But, it was like, all right, let's do that so we could get this. And then he cleans up. And now it's like, no, we're going to pull some shit so that it's a hard trivia and he's going to be engaged and like be competitive. Like we've talked about, do we make it easier for the guests? Do we like want that? Now he's warmed up. Like he knows the shtick. So it's cool for him to be part of the story.
Yeah.
And I'll say this, the coolest part for me, and as apparently we got to talk about Gainesville, the coolest part for me, I wasn't there. And the vision for other people within Snapback to be on camera, to drive content, for me to, and it wasn't even a question of trust. Like, not once this weekend did I think, okay, like maybe I shouldn't go out to the bars in Florida because I need to like be at home making sure the content like I didn't touch a fucking thing. I was useless for everything you guys did, which in my opinion is like the best case scenario. So
The it was also hard too because well, it's funny. When we were checking in the hotel, the guy checking us in first thing he goes, "Wait a minute, are you the guy that's doing the cold tub?" Like there was so many people. Are you guys? Oh my god, you're the guy that did the cold tub. Did the cold tub?
Oh, that was actually the second thing he said, because for whatever reason, Sean put the hotel under Dawson's name. So Tim and I go to check in. They're like, "Are you sure you have a reservation here?" I was like, "Yeah, try Settlement, Kalinowski, or Johnson." They were like, "Yeah, you might be at the one across the street."
how
And
many
then
rooms?
It was one room under Sikowski.
Oh,
And then I'm
probably
like,
because
"Fuck,
he
this
landed
guy.
first.
This guy might not have brought his ID. I got
Yeah.
It's
we
probably
might
because
not
he
even be able to
landed
check in."
first.
No,
I
it
know. I think the
was-
whole like hotel.com, whatever the hell we use, it just like randomly
Anyways,
picks a person.
yeah. So that was so once we figured out who the hotel was under, he was like, "Oh, are you the guy getting in the cold tub from trivia?"
And we were having a hard time too, and I still don't think we've fully executed it. We're gonna definitely post again when we promote the YouTube. There were so many, like it was about a 20, I don't know, 15-minute thing. Every minute was like funnier than the one before. Like every minute was useful, from him like coming down from and being like, "All right, man, like you got me to come out of my office," and then they wait for me to change, and Raiola comes by and they're like, "How long do you think this, how do you think he can do it?" Like, and the players remembered us from media days and they're like, I don't think he can do it." Like, and then I get in and I'm cold and then I'm like, and so it was like, what do you post? Like, you know, what's like the money? Like, it was
Well,
hard
I
to.
assume the extended cut will be in the YouTube.
Correct. This was the first time where it's like, we cannot tell this story without the YouTube video because it's just simply too long.
Yeah, but you know, you wanted that, you wanted the moment, and again, then it was like, really, do you need to call? You need to call back again to trivia. Like, it was just, it was.
My
it was a
favorite
good
part is he's waiting like a father outside the cold tub, like waiting to wrap Tim in a
Yeah.
towel.
That was very nice. No, he was so game and like so fun. Like but it was so cold. That's why at one point I say I can't hear my brain think, because once I was in there, I was like, okay, get your mind off it. Like, you got to check off some content boxes and make this like worthwhile if you're going to shiver in here. And I'm like, I have no. You were like, because Jack, you were like, oh, you should like interview him. You should like try to get him ask questions. And then I was like, hey, what'd you do during the bye week? And he was like, focused on how cold that cold tub is. I was like, cool, Batman. Yeah, thanks.
No,
So-
it went extremely well. Yeah, Nebraska was a hit. I'm excited for the YouTube video to come out. Another one where you weren't there. Any FOMO from your side, or you enjoyed well, obviously you didn't fully enjoy your time, but from when the cold tub happened, you had not been depressed yet.
I didn't have FOMO, and maybe this is why I'm excited for the YouTube video. I thought showcasing what happened in the cold tub, meeting Archie, like him just being such a big fan, was really, really cool for me. So those were two cool moments that I was more so proud of and excited about. I don't think I have any feeling on, like, it was also, our games were at pretty much the exact same time. So I don't have any feeling on like what happened during the game. Was it a crazy environment? Like, I saw some stuff on Twitter because I got into the Nebraska algorithm. Like, they played terrible, but then I saw they still won by, two scores. So I'm actually excited to see that. But no, I think no FOMO, just because I'm more happy for my guys than anything else. And it's not like I'm out for the season, right? Like that would be the FOMO would be like, you know, in the coming months when maybe I'm on the IL for a little bit, but we're back at it this week, you know. So it's like I had a hamstring injury. You guys had a massive win. I'm on the sideline like cheering you on.
You still know you're getting your spot back for now.
And also,
exactly.
I kind of love, because I don't think they would say this to your face, but the trips when you're not there and we got people come up, it's like, Jack's a fucking pussy. And it's just like,
wait, what?
Yeah.
No, that clip's coming out soon. Don't worry.
Wait. I know we did horns down at the halftime meetup. What's that mean?
No. This guy comes up to us. He's like, Jack's a fucking pussy for not coming to Nebraska. Like he was scared to. That's why he's at Florida.
I'm scared to come. What does that even mean?
I'm so scared I have to watch my team puke on themselves on the road this weekend.
Nah, it's great. People love getting loud about you when you're not there too, which obviously gives me life.
No,
fuck yeah.
But Tim said, like, you know, I'm okay because I haven't lost my spot. I almost feel like I want to get to the place where I've lost my spot.
No,
I still like being in the content, but
we're in a great spot to where people are like, it's not like, oh, Jack's not here. It's just like, it would be great if he was here as well.
Yeah. And we're like, well, he's not, and he didn't go in the cold tub. So
right. You want to hang out with me?
Oh, do you want to know do you want to actually know the worst part about the cold tub?
Athlete stick?
Athlete stick is a thing. And cold tub PP as well. I mean,
right.
Obviously.
Wait, what's athlete stick?
So this is the purpose of the show. And unfortunately we don't have B-roll to show, but I got a lot of, this is the first, like Tim's naked a lot in the hotel room, but usually it's like asked to us and it's like, whatever. But you know, like we've gotten closer, like we're brothers at this point. I saw a lot of Tim's cock this weekend and it's tiny and and I just took me back a little and he's like, yeah, that's athlete stick. And I'm like, I've never heard
What does that mean?
And he's like,
by the way,
Michaela and I don't really have sex anymore. And I'm like, yeah, it all makes sense now. I wouldn't want to bother with that 2-incher either.
This is a disaster. Tim was literally before this like chop is my favorite thing in the world, and now he's just being outed for. Wait, I still don't think we've revealed what is athlete. Is that just like athletes have small peenies because they need to run fast?
No. When you like, I've read this is a thing, and I've experienced this as a thing. When like obviously there's the going in the pool or the ocean effect. There's a similar effect when you are in like spandex, like.
Oh, okay. It compresses it over
You've
time.
been squished for too long, yeah.
And no, it's I believe it's actually a defense mechanism. I think there's actually some biology to it. That compression just sucks everything up.
This is incredible.
99, sure.
Tim's reasoning for having a small wanker is he's too athletic.
I thought he was saying athletes have small dicks because it can't get in the way. And then I'm thinking, I've seen Serge Ibaka. I've seen some fucking hammers.
No, by no means am I claiming hammer cock. However, this whole weekend, cold tub, a hotel room that as normal you turn down to 60 degrees when you get in, and I'm just a chilly guy. Like I don't know what else to tell you.
Your guy likes to be warm. I get it.
Also,
okay, all right.
Last thing, and we shouldn't harp on it too long because we again don't have footage. This is actually the story of the weekend. Obviously we meet Dawson's friends. And which was amazing. Night one, we meet them. We go to the bar. However, it comes up, like Bobby or Jacob, one of their names sounded Jewish. I followed them on Instagram, saw their last name. It sounded Jewish. I was like, "Are you Jewish?" He's like, "No, it's just Polish." And then it comes up, "I'm Jewish." And immediately Bobby's like, "Oh, you're Jewish? Thoughts on the Israel-Palestine conflict?" I'm like, I met you potentially 10 minutes ago. And which I respect. He's a very liberal guy. Knowing I'm Jewish really didn't hold back his stance on him being pro-Palestinian, which I honestly respected.
We might actually now be in YouTube dangerous takedown territory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
let's get back on
No,
track.
he actually said, "Is now a good time to ask?"
Right.
And we were just sitting at a bar.
I'm like, I guess now's better.
Never
We
better.
went
time
from
than
like
now.
literally, it actually started because his going out outfit, night one, these guys, Delco guys, real Delco guys,
Yeah.
goes out in Nebraska with jean shorts and then a black
Nick
Foles Birds jersey with
And
the
Tim's like,
with the crossbody
Lulu.
Adidas fanny pack crossbody. And I'm like,
And Tim's
"Oh,
like,
no,
yeah,
man."
the first thing I wanted to pack when I traveled to Lincoln, Nebraska was my fucking Birds Nick Foles jersey. Like, that is the most Delco thing ever.
Yeah. And then he's just like, "Oh, go Birds." And it's like, dude, actually.
No, it's legit Tourette's out of the Go Birds. It's
And then they
unbelievable.
fucking lost their mind when some Nebraska college kid walks in with a Justin Tucker jersey T-shirt.
Mhm.
Right. And they thought they ate that up.
Yeah,
they ate that up.
No, we missed here in the athlete stick the worst part of the entire cold tub experience. We do the whole thing. We walk out. I'm like, "Guys, did we nail it?" And Casey's like, "Yes, like that. Like we got so much. You're gonna love it." I'm like, "We have to get back and start editing this, but and then we have to blur stuff out because we're in the facility and we're gonna." And I'm like, "Okay, maybe I'll post this. You post that. Is it? We have enough time?" And then Casey goes, "By the way, are you good with us like posting with your shirt off?" And I'm like, "Okay, well, like I felt fine with it until you said like, is that okay?" And then number two, that would have been really tough if I just dragged everybody to Lincoln to
Right.
say, no, we have to blur me out with my shirt off. Like that's just like that was the most humiliating shit.
He obviously
in the
was
entire
going to
world.
post. I just wanted to make sure. Tortured Poet, like he's mentioned, like, "Oh, my face looks so fat in that," and I was just like let's make sure that like you look fine. Like we're gonna get all
but
of this
once
out.
again, this feels like the Clemson Georgia Tech situation. It's like
No, it wasn't. It wasn't.
What are his options? It's either
I genuinely
post.
wanted to make sure we did. Maybe he was like, "I'll post one because like I don't want the rest out there," type of thing. But you know that I was just clarifying. Again, maybe I over clarify at times, and I need to hold back just because I want us to win so badly. But it was a pass by comment.
So we could be sitting here like you guys are yet to see the cold tub footage because I have my shirt off, and I'm a fat, disgusting pig.
No, but you looked good. Everyone said you looked good.
Because we eat literally
Oh my God,
bar
we ate
fucking
like
fried chicken
shit.
every
It's every
weekend.
weekend.
Every
I
weekend.
went to Gainesville. It's the same thing.
And so that was really really tough. If Casey, you're trying to defend yourself, I think I would equate it to your girlfriend buys a dress for a wedding. You get in your suit. She's in her dress for the wedding. She's like, "I bought this for the wedding." And we're about to walk out the door and you go, "Are you sure you want to wear that?"
Right. No, it'd be more like if she's like, "Does this look good on me?" And it's like, well, if I say yeah, we have no other options. Like the wedding starts in an hour.
Right. No, you're way behind her asking because I had no choice. I'm
right.
It was
right.
that or I bring a water shirt. So like we have the footage.
I did say put her on a Nebraska jersey.
You did.
So it would have been a good cop.
And you're just like, "By the way, can we post you with your shirt off?" I'm like, didn't think it was an issue. Now I do. So
yeah,
thanks.
Nebraska was a lot of good laughs. But you want to get anything out on our surprise is due in 3 minutes. So any comments you have from Gainesville.
3. What does that mean? That's so exciting.
Just-
yeah. I want to clip farm real quick. You guys talked to Archie, and Archie said he used our YouTube channel to help learn about the different kind of college football experiences. He didn't necessarily make his decision based off of, our YouTube videos, but I think this was such a powerful moment for me because we try and communicate to these schools, hey, when we're coming, like, we're not doing it to just dick around. We're creating really good content, but it's also a major value add for you. And they think, oh, like, maybe 10 years down the road, some kid will have watched it and wants to go to college here. And they don't give a shit because they're like, I'm not going to be at this school for 10 years. Like, the incentives are so misaligned where they should be building up the brand of the school, but no one stays long enough in administration. But seeing that we put out a video last year, this kid makes a decision the next year. And I get it, he's Australian, so it's unique. But, in 2 years from now, when we've done 3 years of Snapback Saturdays, a kid who was a sophomore in high school making his decision of where to go to college, like, because we showed off something about the facility, because he sees how much of a player's coach Matt Rhule is, because, right, like, we can now use that as kind of gas on the fire. And I'm
Definitely.
excited about that.
No, it was so cool. It was really so cool to hear him say that. And like, he chose Nebraska, but it was partly because he loved Tennessee. His coach was going to be at Tennessee. Then he moved to Nebraska. So like in an outside way, it kind of was.
Yeah, we'll take partial credit there.
Yeah, even him thinking Tennessee was on the table, and then he watches the Tennessee video. Like, what is Tennessee like? Like, doesn't have to be like, one can happen before the other. Yeah, I mean, who knows? He could have been at Kent State. I mean, for all we know. Like,
Honestly, it's the biggest call to those mid majors that are like, if you have good stuff to put on display, like you have no clue who could be seeing
right.
this.
And then you could have Kent State could have had the crying video. What would have that done to the program?
Which crying video?
When Archie cries in the press conference.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was funny him talking about that because he's just like such a he doesn't want any attention to begin with. And then when the attention isn't like, hey, great game, Archie, great punts. It's like, hey, like, if you want to come over for dinner, like, we'd love to have you. Like, we want to take care. He doesn't hate it, but he's like.
Did he find us off of YouTube?
I assume
so, right?
I
like,
think it was
that's kind
YouTube.
of the way.
Then he started following us individually. Is the flow, but yeah, he literally doesn't wear any Nebraska football apparel outside of the facility. He wears a white T-shirt.
Jesus Christ!
Welcome to the show, sir.
Hi. I'm NASCAR driver Stephen Malazzi, joining what is this podcast called?
Snapback Chop.
The Snapback Pod?
Yeah.
The Snapback Chop. What are we chopping it up about today, gentlemen? It's great to see you guys. Tim, Jack, and Marlon Humphrey. Wow, you really look different. That's something else. I haven't seen you guys in a while. How you been?
We've been amazing. So much better now. I'm not going to lie. I did think when Casey said he had a surprise and we were hammering how cool Matt Rhule was, that it was going to be him. And then I was like, maybe it'll be Archie because they were just with him. Although I know you're coming into the office, I didn't have Malazzi on my mind, but I'm thrilled to see you.
If you had to choose between Rhule, Archie, and Malaz,
no, this is by far the best possible guess.
I know you can't see it because of the lighting. I am blushing.
I thought you were going to say I'm hard.
Well, I was going to test the waters before we jumped right into I'm hard, but yeah.
We talked about my dick for 20 minutes, so you're good.
You're currently in lawyer mode, it seems.
Yeah, so my Wednesdays are miserable because I work at the firm 8 to 12. That's my good boy Ethan back there. I work from 8 to 12 and then I have class 1 to 9. So like that is brutal. And this is like my one free hour. And I have decided to spend it with the Settlemans and friggin' Tim. That is how I have chosen to spend my free time.
Give a background of who you are, why you're a lawyer, but also a NASCAR driver, and then we'll get into why you're actually on the show today.
Yeah. Okay. So, long story short, I raced in the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series. Also have done one race in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. I blew up, finished 35th. It was miserable. I am most known for being the Outback Steakhouse waiter who convinced Outback Steakhouse to sponsor a NASCAR driver again. They sponsor Jeff Gordon, Kevin Harvick, Ryan Newman, Daytona 500 champions of the sports, all-time greats, and a guy with a 22nd best career finish. Okay, I don't know. Like, that is an elusive list. And I have somehow found myself on it. But basically, one day I did a race in Martinsville, Virginia, and I went to my shift at Outback the next morning, like totally just freaking destroyed. The race ended at like midnight. We finished dead last. I wanted to jump off a bridge, but yet there I was giving people their blooming onions. I got this one freaking really just old people, like grouchy, freaking older than dirt, like the steaks too cooked, the blooming onions not cooked enough. My diet soda tastes like rotten ass type people, right? I was ready to crash out on them. And instead of crashing out on them, I took to Twitter like most professional athletes do when they're getting shit on at their craft. And I tweeted about it. Outback saw it. They loved it. And they were like, yeah, we're going to give this kid some money. So now I walk around with free bloomin' onion cards
Jesus,
in my wallet
you're
at all
really
times.
always strapped with those, huh?
Ready? Oh, yeah. And by the way, I got a bone to pick with you, buddy, okay? Because I just watched the Snapback Talladega video for the first time, and you said you'd be pissed if you spent $40 on a pack of cards and got a Steven freaking Milano card. What does that mean? Huh? I thought you'd be jumping for joy if you got my card in that thing, but apparently not. So yeah, I also, though, I realized that my lifespan as a professional athlete might not be that long-winded, and that I should have something ready to go that pays me big bucks, and that's being a lawyer. So I decided that while I'm racing in NASCAR, I'm going to go to law school. What's the big deal, you know? And now I'm a man of many hats, a man of many suits, apparently.
Fire suit and that suit. Yeah.
Yes.
Turns out you can be a lawyer and also finish last in the truck race.
I'll have you know, buddy, I finished 35th of 36. So that would be second to last in New Hampshire. So how about you step off real quick, all right? Because take it down a notch.
Right.
I don't know what your best finish is in a NASCAR race, but I guarantee you it's not 35th.
No, you could be a top 5 human I know on this earth. Honestly, and in the big I guess news is NASCAR video games coming out.
Yes, and somehow, some way, I have found myself in that video game, and there are a couple of sponsors, but the sponsor that is on the hood is Snapback Sports. So that is dropping on Tuesday of next week. I don't know. Am I allowed to share what we're doing on Tuesday? Can I go into that?
Yeah.
On Tuesday, I have the privilege of going to New York City, visiting the Snapback office. I'm going to try and secure us 2 free copies of the game, and we're going to play as the Snapback truck in NASCAR 25. It should be absolutely electric. Although I have heard a rumor circulating that Tim's not even going to be there. I mean,
Tim will
that
not
true?
be there.
No, I won't
Tim's
be
not coming to
there.
there.
Yeah, it's just you, Casey, and D Knox.
I mean, this is ridiculous.
I don't go to the
come
office.
on.
I don't go to the
But
office.
by the way, all right, we need to back up a little. That's exactly what I wanted you to say. But the 3 people on this call had no clue that this was happening. Oh, you did know.
I know. Yeah. He texts me.
okay.
Yeah. He texts me.
Got
He
it.
sends me so much shit that
I thought
sometimes
this
I'm
was-
but also in classic Malazi fashion, he was like, yo, do you want to be on the hood of my car in the video game? And I was like, yeah, that sounds cool. And then he might have followed up like once and was like, all right, I'm going to try. And then he's like, hey, Dawson's like, hey, Steven should come into the office and play because we're going to be on the hood of the car. I'm like, what the fuck? Like,
This makes a little bit more sense because I thought it was just a Malazi Sikowski collab alone that this
for the most part it was.
Well, can I tell you, Dawson didn't even know about it until Tuesday. I told I just get shit done and then like knock it off the list, right? Because it's been like an overwhelming 6 months with the legal stuff. Well, thanks. So like this was one of those things that I was like, okay, I'll get the graphic, I'll put it on the hood, and then once it comes out, I'll remember that I did that. And literally, I remember like maybe 2 months ago, I got sent the render, and I meant to send it to you guys, and then like shit just hit the fan, and I totally forgot about it. And then like I realized the game comes out next week on Tuesday. I'm like, I don't even know if these guys know that they're still. I don't even remember if I told them they're in the game. So I figured we should at least chat about it and probably get some
Well, how
some
about
content out there.
this? Is it bad that me agree to this? Like, is your car gonna suck ass if it's like such
Oh
a
yeah.
yeah?
Yeah, I
Oh
saw
yeah.
you're
I-
potentially going to be like a 48 or 49 overall.
First off, Tim believes it's going to be 37 and a half is what he set the line at. I set the line at 47 and a half because I have a little more confidence. But I did get a sneak peek of the ratings preview, and it was only for ARCA, I believe, that I saw. But there were drivers in ARCA who have won races this year who were a 90 overall. So I can't imagine that if you're winning races and you're only a 90, what somebody who has a best finish this season of 30th is going to rank.
Mm.
So just a hunch. we will be turning the equalizer slider on when we play this game.
I
Damn
like
right.
that.
So you know how in Madden when you have somebody who wants to play with the Browns and somebody who wants to play with the Eagles and you turn on equal
Yeah.
teams, that's what we're going to be doing.
Perfect.
So
Or you could just hit like find an equal team and it would just be like a pickup truck outside.
I'm glad you're not coming to the office, Tim.
I mean, this is why I'm
Fuck you.
talking this way. I also was confused because NASCAR has been pretty like nip and tuck about what things that they're different teasers that they're releasing about this, and then
Yeah.
you tweeted the car.
Oh shit! Sorry,
Turn that off?
I'm in class right now.
Yeah.
I'm in class right now too, so I had to make sure that I joined so that they think I'm there.
No, this is going to be someone's lawyer one day, though.
Yeah, no, I mean he's very bright.
will-
He actually is
Yeah,
very bright.
no,
Thank you.
it's scary. Yeah,
It is so
Yeah,
scary.
thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. No, let me finish. And then you tweeted and you're like, what's that on the hood of the car? And I'm trying to like interact with it or retweet it. And I'm like, someone like that, they're like, they don't know that they can't see that that's Snapback. So we need the picture of the hood.
Right. I know. So I do have a render somewhere that actually I'm going to text it to you. I'll just text you the render as soon as I hop off and join class.
Wait, no,
Probably should have.
the best part is
again,
I
this
feel
is-
like there's a good chance we get sued for him tweeting something he's
Right.
not even supposed to be
That's what I'm
tweeting
saying.
about. Like
It's gonna
there's
be over before it
absolute
starts.
liability.
Yeah.
In just answering one Stephen Malazzi text.
That's what I was like. I don't trust this guy as far as I can throw him in terms of this. Like the NASCAR video game is sunk because he spoiled that he has a Snapback car.
Well, let me tell you guys something. At least you guys know a good lawyer, right? I mean, come on,
Yeah,
come on. You
exactly.
got somebody who can
Yep,
represent
future
you. But,
Snapback in-house counsel.
that's the dream occupation. I mean, it doesn't get better than that, does it? So, yeah, it was honestly crazy because what happened was, I'll tell the story real quick. I had briefly talked to Jack about sponsoring me at Pocono and throwing a few grand my way. I think it was 2 or 3 is what we had talked about. And he was kind of like, yeah, I mean, I think we could figure that out or something. Just let me know if you get what you need. And I didn't, but I appreciated the gesture so much that I was like, man, I didn't sell the hood in the game. So let me just give it to somebody who showed that they were willing to support me at some point. And I was like, hell yeah, let's.
I mean,
let's do it. Let's get
we
back
are
to the-
know what?
diehard
That's
fans.
awesome.
Like we're diehard, and we're all in.
It's just-
It just Poconos, we couldn't get out there, so it's like
Right.
we
Right.
want to be on the hood. But I'm still interested in a 30th. Maybe Snapback bump gets us up to like 27th. The car's just flying if we get a few extra grand pumped into it. Maybe get like when you go to the gas station, obviously I assume your car, you're getting the worst oil, worst gas. Like maybe we get you to the second tier, not premium,
Yeah.
but the second tier.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah, like an 89 instead of an 87.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
feel
we
you.
could get
Oh, I
you,
feel
tires. So you could run the
Yes.
full set. You could run every set.
Yes.
That would be good. Like
I actually joked with Ethan, and there was a professor in here who we were talking to about this podcast that I was coming on. And I was like, look, I got to tell you, for the content that we could create, I will literally put together a goddamn Snapback Sports pit crew if that's what it takes to get them on the track. I will have Tim, Jack, Casey, and Dawson as the tire
We're
changers and
in,
tire
by the way.
carriers if that's what it takes.
We're in.
I actually wouldn't do it. I'm horrified. I would be horrified.
Yeah, tires are flying. That
What do you
would be a
mean? The
movie.
job
Yeah.
of Malazi's pit is to not put the tire on so they can
Right,
retire
and
keep
retire.
the
No,
car
but
safe.
This guy is gonna, like, in his shit ass car, he's going to lock up the brakes and we're standing
It's
in
gonna
front
run
of it.
straight into us.
Yeah.
Oh, it would not be an accident, let me tell you.
Mm.
Those brakes did not lock up. If Tim's the front tire changer,
He's cooked.
going straight,
I also,
going straight all those.
Malazi, I really, really want a weekly NASCAR podcast, you and I.
I would do it. So I actually had a podcast going, and then I may or may not have flipped out at one of my co-hosts.
Shocking.
Totally lost it on him. Went bananas. Well, it was stupid. He was making fun of Outback Steakhouse. So I mean, there's not. And funnily enough, that is legitimately what happened and why I crashed out. So don't mess with the bloom. You feel me? But I would love to do a NASCAR podcast. I love talking about it, and I'm so passionate about what I think about.
I
the
am
sport.
too, and I have so many things that I want to bounce off of. Like, I don't have any credibility other than, like, I'm a fan who can tell you my habits, and then you
Yeah.
can be like, well, this happened because of that. Like, you know,
Yes.
and
Yeah.
I'm filled with thoughts. You know,
Oh.
we're getting more horsepower in the car, but who cares? With the new playoff, like, I'm dialed in. The ratings, I'm dialed in.
Oh, I am so in. You just tell me a time and a place.
That's
Okay,
it.
and
I mean, I
we can
believe
start
it,
this
right?
thing.
You
Yeah,
got a
I
time
didn't
and a
give him
place
much
today.
warning. I did not give him much warning.
Yeah. Yeah.
And we were 4 hours
Oh,
delayed pretty much, so I appreciate you sticking around.
Of course, I'm the king of making shit happen, baby. That's why they pay me the big bucks.
Ain't that the truth?
Okay. Yeah, but I would love to do something like that. I mean, like I said, I think a lot of times I'm really critical of NASCAR as a whole, but I think it's because I really care about the sport. Like,
Yeah.
I love the sport and I just want to see it succeed. And I don't think the direction that we've gone the past decade is the recipe for success. And I think it is so clear to most of the people who watch the sport that that's the case. And yet somehow the brass continues to trudge down the path that they're going. And that really frustrates me. So I picked on you. I haven't picked on Jack yet. Jack, your tier list for Super Bowl contenders had to have been the worst fucking thing I've ever seen in my life.
This guy's
I mean, I don't know what you were smoking when you made that thing. Like, I don't know
Did you read the
what was
rules? Do
going
you
on.
understand how it works?
Apparently not, because in my mind, I look at that and I thought you were sniffing bath salts. You know what I mean? But explain it to me. Explain it to me like I'm 6.
Yeah, I mean, this is important because obviously, you know, Twitter, it gets fucking slammed. Instagram, it gets slammed. So for many years now, we've been calling teams cuties and contenders. This actually originated on the Snapback Sports podcast. This is the Snapback
Right.
Sports Chop Pod. So me and my buddy Abe, we would just identify teams that it was so clear to us who have been sports fans forever that they were cuties, right? Like it's so like this team, like this year's cutie is like the Colts. Like no one with a fucking brain cell is taking the Colts seriously. And to be clear, they could win the division. They could win a playoff game or two, but like not in a million years are the fucking Colts lifting the Lombardi trophy, right? And it may be as simple as it's because Daniel Jones. So we started labeling cuties and contenders. And the other thing that people obviously miss because it's a social media graph is a cutie can be miles better than a contender. Like they could absolutely, you know, the Colts are better than the Bears right now, for example.
Right.
But in my opinion, there is a scenario, an upside scenario where Caleb reaches full potential, where Jalen Johnson comes back, where Ben Johnson turns out to be a McVay type, and they make a huge trade deadline acquisition, and they have the talent, and what Caleb was promised to be comes to fruition. What people get confused about is they think I'm saying that's going to happen. I just think there is a scenario where that happens. In my head, you cannot pitch me a scenario where the Colts win the Super Bowl. Like, there's nothing that they can
Interesting.
do. And so that is the definition of cuties and contenders. And so since I've started doing it, no non-cutie has ever, or no non-contender has ever won the Super Bowl. The closest was the Bengals with Burrow in whatever year that was.
23. Yeah.
And because I didn't see the vision, their defense wasn't good enough. Burrow was too young at it. And but like a true contender, they didn't get, lift the Lombardi. So it
True
kept the
cutie.
streak alive.
Like a true
Yeah,
cutie.
like a true cutie. Yeah, exactly. So
Well, let me spit some hot takes that aren't NASCAR related real quick. I actually think you're wrong. Like, so here's why I say that, right? You know who I root for, right?
of course, you go Birds.
Of course.
Yeah.
Go Birds, baby. Go freaking Birds. So I'm a diehard Philadelphia Eagles fan.
Yeah. We know what
I
fucking go
see-
birds means, man. Yeah, thanks.
Am I laughing?
Oh, just go, you Philly scumbag, go.
That's what I thought. You fuck. Who the hell names their kid Tim in 2002? Freaking
Facts.
idiot.
98? Try 98?
Oh my God, you're like a boomer at this point, Art. I see a lot of similarities in the construction of the current Colts as I did the 2022 Eagles. And granted, they lost the Super Bowl, but they lost it in close fashion. And one play goes the other way, they could have won that game, right? They've got a really solid, underrated O-line. They've got a stud bell cow back who is right now playing like the best running back in the league, including Saquon. Daniel Jones doesn't have to throw it, but when he does, he has got a lot of really, really good weapons to throw it to. Like a lot. And like, not guys who think are studs, but guys who can catch a freaking football, right? And Warren is going to be a top 3 tight end in the league for a really, really long time. And that defense has been a big play defense. So the scenario for me where they do end up winning something like the Super Bowl is if that big play defense continues, if the O-line stays healthy, if they can wear people down as the season goes on. Now, look, I'm not smoking anything crazy these days. I don't think they're going to win the Super Bowl. But I think saying that they're definitely not, I'm not ready to put them as a cutie just yet.
By
So-
the way, you better be careful. You keep talking roster construction and trenches, you're going to be working here before you finish law school. All right.
Oh, this is what I was meant to do. I went to go get a legal degree so I could argue with you bitches and take you down from top to bottom, okay?
All right,
I don't know. Tim's not going to know what hit him in the face.
So two things.
I
additional
love this guy
things.
so much, man.
2 additional things. One of the unique rules about cuties and contenders, once you're out of the tier, you can't get into the tier, right? So the Colts started out of it, right? And so,
Right.
and then the other side of the coin is, it's not like, I don't do this for hot takes or for engagement baiting, but naturally that is what the graphic does, is like, I put the top teams in. So like you just said, you're like, I'm not picking the Colts to win the Super Bowl, but I see a path, which I'm not like in major disagreement with, but all I'm able to do is be like, yeah, I don't think the Colts are going to win the Super Bowl, which isn't a bold take. So then everyone's like, oh, well, you're just picking the favorites. And it's like,
right.
yeah, because the point of the exercise is to not be like all the hot take artists who are like you right now, where you're like you just talked yourself into the Colts winning the Super Bowl. Like, once again, the Colts
that's
are
why I
not going to
explicitly
win
said
the
at
Super
the
Bowl.
end. No, in fairness, I explicitly said at the end, I don't think the Colts are winning the Super Bowl because I'm not smoking crack.
Exactly.
That sentence left my mouth. So
I feel
didn't
like you
talk
kind of
myself
said
into it.
you're not smoking crack anymore. Is kind of what you said.
Well, he's
God
a
damn it,
lawyer.
now I'm going to get drug tested.
Yeah.
The real point is to pick on the hot team like the Colts and say
Yeah.
there's no shot they're winning the Super Bowl,
Right.
and
You're
then
not for real.
conversely and conversely saying the Chiefs, despite being 2-3, can definitely win the Super Bowl still. Like that, that's the whole point, and most people actually agree on it. It's just Yeah, I mean,
Right.
they
It
want
creates such
any
good
ranking.
rage because
Yeah.
right.
the Ravens are 1-4 with the worst defensive football, and Jack's ranking them higher than the Colts, who are 4-1. But that's not actually the exercise.
Also, aren't you a Ravens fan, Jack, or did I make that up?
Yeah.
So, I mean, like, of course he doesn't have the heart. He doesn't have the balls to pull him out.
No, but it's the
Um,
reality of the situation. And
I think
the one thing I can always back up is find me a contender that is top 5 in title odds. And I don't do it based off of like betting odds, but go find, like, the Ravens are still the 6th favorite to win the Super Bowl. The Colts, even at 4-1, even that they're built like the 2022 Philadelphia Eagles, are the 19th team who are favored to win the Super Bowl, and for good measure. So it's not, I mean, last year, it also happens every year. Last year, the amount of complaints that the Saints weren't a contender the Saints, because they scored 40 in the first 2 games of the season. And then it's like, guys, this is a long season.
Yeah.
I've seen this shit before. People just want it to be a hot take because they're so conditioned from the media that, like, all I'm trying to do is piss them off. While I do agree and understand, Cuties and Contenders is built to piss people. Like, I didn't build it with that in mind, but I understand obviously why those things happen.
that's what it does. Yeah,
It's like the
that's what it does.
conversation at the bar, like, do you think the Colts are legit? And your buddy's like, yes. Your buddy's like, no. And then all of a sudden it gets actually heated because you've been talking about it for 20 minutes.
Right.
That's what Cuties and Contenders has become. Like,
Yeah.
they going to win? Yes or
Steven.
no?
Anything else you have
Yeah.
before I have to let you go?
Oh, you have to let me go. I was kind of having a good time.
This podcast
And
has
honestly,
70
let me check this out.
listeners.
This is what we're doing right here. I mean,
We're in class.
we're learning about bar exam stuff, and I, quite frankly, could not give less of a shit at this point in the day. This has like been the greatest moment of my Wednesday.
By the way, this isn't the last
18
time.
minutes I've been
This is
on
not the last feature on Chop you're going to have. It's just the first of
Oh,
many.
thank the Lord above.
Malazi,
Well, no,
what do you know about contract law, boss?
don't get in there, man. I just drafted a complaint about a contract
Really?
today. Way too much. Way too much.
I feel like
So-
ChatGPT is going to be doing your job anyways. You should really focus
So-
on the content.
I actually we have some classes at Temple that allow the use of generative AI. So I've gotten to test this out, right? Like, it's ridiculous. You could spend, and like, you have the biggest problem though is this, right? ChatGPT, any type of AI, just makes shit up. And like, there's a huge string of legal cases right now where lawyers have gotten busted using ChatGPT because they were legitimately too lazy to check the cases cited, and ChatGPT made them up. They don't exist. They were never cases to begin
I've
with.
seen that.
So what it's really helpful for is like, oh, you have to do a generic beginning of a complaint, and it writes out the format for you, and you plug in the facts, right? Instead of spending an hour and a half drafting a complaint. So I don't think it will be. I think lawyers will be one of the last jobs to go. That and sports podcasters probably. You know,
Right.
Where else?
ChatGPT can't tell me about the Colts build.
cuties.
Yes.
Yeah.
ChatGPT could never recreate the snapback chop. It just couldn't do it.
Could not.
There's no
It
way
very
it
simply
could.
could not.
What do you
There's no way it could.
What do you know about Gregory and Apple Inc. v. Duck?
I've never read that one, dude. They don't make you read every case in the
Oh,
contract.
okay. Sorry.
So it's not like that. You read just random shit that they pick out of it. It's exhausting. You know what? You guys have done every sports event on the face of the freaking planet at this point. How about you guys do Snapback Sports Comes to Law School? Okay, because that's where the real arena is. It's right in here. I'm telling you right now, this place is a freaking bloodbath.
Stadium
Electric
Pulse?
atmosphere. Stadium Pulse. The snacks downstairs will get you going. Cheap concessions. Food trucks everywhere. Lots of culture. It's great. It's fantastic.
I love it.
All right.
Okay. Well, it was great seeing you guys
It was
again.
great
Great
to
talking
see
to you all.
I'll see you on Tuesday.
Yeah.
I will see you. I'm really excited, by the
Me
way.
too.
I just want to, before I go, last thing I'll say, I'm very excited to come to the Snapback office. I'm really excited to see it. I hear we're doing some trivia.
Yes.
I don't know, but I hear I'm in some trivia
I think you're going to be a
competitions.
star there. I think
Yeah.
you're going to be a star.
I am. Oh, yeah. If the trivia is NASCAR trivia or Philly sports trivia, I'm going to cook. But then I think we should throw in like a category I just know nothing about. Like, you throw college ball my way, I'm going to shit the bed. It's going to be
That's
really ugly.
Dawson. That's just Dawson in general. Any category.
You would you would literally think the guy has never watched sports in his
He
life.
doesn't.
Well,
It's
he
ridiculous.
hasn't.
I don't get it. And like,
Wh-
by the way, he has some of the most dog shit takes I've ever seen in my life. But he really be like ML football with these bait posts. You know what I mean? He really be like Dov out here freaking posting, oh my
Icy
God,
Dove.
RIP,
Icy Dove.
like RIP James Conner or get well soon Reek. Bless up. Like what are we doing? What are we doing? Is that really what you're paying him for these
He's
days? I
a
mean, come on.
Twitter troll. He actually encapsulates the audience way more than you would ever believe, and it would
Yeah,
make
no,
you
he's a
sick.
beast. Yeah. Yeah.
So crazy. He got me so good too. I know I keep saying I'm leaving, but I can't stop talking because this is just such riveting conversation. You guys know the story, but nobody, the 70 viewers that you have, or 60, we'll say 69 for comedy's sake, the 69 viewers you guys have, don't know this, but Dawson basically made a viral NASCAR tweet. And
We
this
know.
is where,
We
by
fucking
the way,
know, man.
have
For the viewers.
you guys know, they don't know. And he had like 15,000. He was like a local, like regular dude who tweeted about Philly sports. His audience was concentrated in Philly. He tweets one car's photo about NASCAR saying, I got chills TBH. Like a fucking sixth grader could have written that after finishing wanking one out. Okay. That's the type of thing we're talking
Six
about.
at 6.
And like that's what he tweets, and his viewership rockets, gets to 100K all over NASCAR. People are inviting him to races. Some stupid truck series driver invited him to go karting and let him try on his fire suit. No idea who that idiot was. But and then before you know it, all of a sudden he's like a mini NASCAR celebrity and has 100,000 on Twitter and
But
now
still
works
doesn't
for-
know a thing about the sport.
No,
That's the best
And then we're
part.
at Dega, and he's like, "Is this one of the big tracks?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, man. Like, no, definitely."
He's such I love the guy. I love him. That's all I'll say. Okay. Thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Love you
thanks
Oh
for
guys.
wait,
coming.
Uh,
when is he gonna download when you send him off?
Just leave the window open after you leave for a couple minutes.
Leave the window.
Like hit
Open.
leave and then you just
Don't
don't
shut
X
it.
out. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Appreciate you.
Sounds good. Bye, guys. Don't talk about anything too crazy while I'm gone. I'll see you in a little bit.
I almost feel bad, you guys. If we were having Rhule on, you think I would have held that for a surprise? I think we would have prepared a little
Yes,
bit.
that's
Yeah.
what the show's about. Like, if you're a good producer, it's like the surprise and delight. Like,
So I am a
you're
good producer.
you're shocking us with Matt Rhule, and we have 80 views on the show. Like, that's
Yeah.
a banger, right? Like, Malaz, he
No,
fits the
Stephen
bill,
Malazzi.
I mean, he's electric, but
Yeah, he's.
He,
Yeah. This is the
I'm
one
being
time where
I'm-
if we were Barstool, he's hired, dropped
Yeah.
out of law school, 100%.
Yeah. No, I think like we're not Barstool and he needs to be hired.
yeah,
He's so good. He's a
no, that guy
natural.
like needs
He's-
to be under contract so badly.
Like so badly.
Yeah.
I'm worried
Well-
that
well,
someone's going
actually-
to see a clip of him on here and he's going to get hired.
Right. The reality is, and this is why I run the business and you guys don't. You guys are like, sign him. Like, he needs to be under contract. He will do that shit for free. And you guys are thinking about paying this guy.
That's
Right?
a good point.
Like,
that is a
that-
very good point.
If we wanted to do a podcast tomorrow, he's in. And he doesn't need anything besides a microphone.
Nothing.
Right.
Name
Yeah,
a
and it's
t-
like
he's
come on
time
and
and place.
come do an experience. He's like, let me know when my flight is.
Right. No, he would pay for
Yeah.
the flight.
Right.
He's like,
to-
when do you guys get in?
Yeah.
Because I'm here already.
All right, that
he's
was good
fucking
stuff. That was good stuff. Tim, you made some sarcastic remarks that apparently didn't come off very sarcastic. People got upset with you. Is there anything you'd like to address about your league?
One person on Twitter, one.
And you responded.
Yeah.
About
and-
NHL?
yeah, did you not see this?
I saw, yeah, but it was so funny that you made it a big deal, which is why I'm like, you should do that more. Like, one person commented, right?
Yeah, I mean, it got a lot of favorites. It was like in the ether.
All right, so go ahead. Go explain what happened.
I had a tweet. ESPN would ESPN tweeted like hockey's back tonight, and this was Tuesday night, the first night of the NHL being back. And I know a lot like ESPN doesn't promote the NHL. They had just come off the thing where the announcer said that I don't care, I wouldn't watch it if it was like the last thing on earth. And so I was making a joke of like I wonder how many people like figured out hockey's back tonight, like, and they still don't know. So I was like, wait, it's back, being sarcastic. And it's a totally natural thing in our football. We've been full football to also be like, also, I kind of can't believe it's tonight. Like, really? So, I mean, totally innocent thing. I know I get one response. It was doing well. It was getting favorites. It was, you could tell it was like in the algo. And this one guy responded to me saying, do
Too much underdog promo on his Twitter to scroll down.
This guy said to me, followed this guy on TikTok and thought he was a pretty cool diehard. I love every sport kind of guy. Follow him on here, and it's clear he's a massive casual that likes the clout that comes with being a sports guy. Seems like that company attracts those people.
Ooh,
That's when
I didn't realize my namesake was thrown.
Yeah.
No, it was definitely a shot from hiring Vert without a shred of doubt as well.
Oh,
Yeah, I did see some of that.
also a
But,
Ravens account.
Wait, but also continue to. I loved his final response. Continue.
Oh, so you went back and forth with him?
Correct.
Yeah, that's why I wanted to bring it up.
Rarely. It just because he came at me and then he came at you guys, and then I thought it was fine to pick a fight because it's like the type of thing that I'm willing to pick a fight over. Like it's relatively like we argue like how are they in your top 25? How are they? It's just like we're never gonna get anywhere. But if you were like, wait, you fooled me, like you're some fraud. If I can just clear it up by being like, it's a joke that ESPN doesn't promote hockey, then maybe it's like, sorry, I don't get sarcasm on Twitter, like happens. So instead, I go, it's a joke. ESPN doesn't promote hockey anymore. And he responds, or he or she, who knows, if the sport I loved had a marketing problem, I'd try and uplift that sport, not use my platform to further the existing narratives.
Continue.
So then I said, I truly don't think a sarcastic remark to my 3,000 Twitter followers about hockey being back after they just had one of their personalities say directly on air he didn't give a shit about the NHL was that impactful. And he said, you got it, big bro.
Right. Okay. So literally like you're responding to a 13-year-old. That actually is the most got you thing. Is not his comment, but when you realize you wasted your breath with an unserious person.
Right. I mean, like, but to type out that tweet and like he does, like a profile, not a lot of followers, doesn't tweet too often. Like he took his time to be like, I followed you from Twitter or from TikTok, then over here, and you've disappointed me. And it's like, I'll give you one strike. It's sarcastic. And then it's like, you should be building it up. Do I look like a build it up kind of guy? I don't get paid to build it fucking up. That's not my job. Like I consume the games. Like
for what it's worth, we have tried to work with the NHL before and build it up. It ain't us who has.
They don't need us. They don't need us. They don't need us.
They don't need us.
Oh yeah.
So
me, the guy who was actually directly told, you're not the you don't have the demographic of audience we are looking for.
Yeah, they need the 30 to 60-year-old females. They don't need us.
So again, you know, it just, I was in the mood for a fight, you know, one of those, like, I just was just like, really? Like,
yeah,
really?
Sometimes I don't respect, like, when people are like, oh, this guy's an idiot about cuties and contenders, like zero interest. When there are certain times where I feel like I'm misunderstood or like a lot, like with all the Marlin stuff, all that's been transpired is like lies. And I can't address it, but that's the stuff that I want to be cleared up. but then you realize like people have already made up their minds.
Yeah, they don't
They're
want to
just
hear
gonna-
it. They don't
Right.
care. You can't
They,
change their mind.
yeah. But at the same time, I do think, at least this is what I tell myself, like if you write the response, maybe it's not the person who you responded to. Maybe someone else sees it and is like, yeah, of course, that's what really happened. So that's why sometimes I'll get into the comment section
Right.
with places where I'm not really
That's
trying
fair.
to speak to that person. I'm trying to,
Yep.
everyone who's going to see the interaction can then maybe make up a different
That's a good point too, because that's also what I was thinking. I was like so out to get clown like ratio quote liked on this, and then it's just like I didn't respond to it in time, and people like, so I was just like, yeah, buddy, like I
Right.
don't know what to tell you. It's sarcastic. Let me just tell everyone right now. Literally, the tweet has 76,000 views. All 76,000, I think, got it.
Right.
Yeah. 75,999 got it. Because I have two responses. Bro, lock in, and the other is that one.
All right,
We
let's
do
move
need
to
to
a
lock
quick college football debate we were having. If all results hold, who gets game day next weekend? We were saying that it could be the Holy War because we're going. BYU, Utah would be a top 25 matchup. Tim said 0 shot because you got Georgia, Ole Miss, which is 4 versus 10 as of right now. You've got Tennessee at Bama, that's 12 versus 8, and then you got Tech at Arizona State, which is 9 versus 21.
I think last 2 weekends were Bama, Georgia, so they're out.
Yeah, I think it crosses them off too.
And I
rescinded. I didn't know
Yeah.
the plane thing.
Oh,
You're
did you
gonna set me up.
rescind?
yeah.
Oh, that's on me.
I feel like you're
must
making
have
this a bigger
left
deal than
No, I must have left the Slack to write it as a chop topic and didn't check.
It wasn't like
You're the
Tim was
Twitter
like
guy.
beat. He was like, "There's no shot they're gonna get it."
No,
I
he
think,
said
like,
I'd put money on it, and I was like, perfect. I'm putting this on the
I
list.
said that. I said that.
Okay.
I didn't say put money on it.
All right.
Yeah.
Speaking
I'm
of putting
also
money on
trying
it,
to fucking reverse jinx, you stupid fucking idiot.
let's move to the National Football League.
Wait,
Attention.
I feel like not talking about Delaware State's a mistake.
All right, let's talk Del State.
Sorry, Charles. More work.
Are you gonna? Was that it? Let's talk.
I didn't have anything prepared for it.
All right, I'll give it to you then.
How do we not
So-
have anything prepared for
No,
work?
I
right,
wrote
so-
it down, but then we were so far gone in the pod because of Malaz, and like
But this
I don't
is
know,
for
like,
clipping
we're gonna
anyways, right?
I know,
Yeah.
but we're gonna make the noise that we're at Del State. It doesn't necessarily need to come
I
from Chop,
haven't
but-
even made a video yet because our all hands was fucking 5 hours, and like, I
It was
have no
literally
idea
5
how I'm going to catch up.
Yeah,
on work.
by the way-
I was in such a good spot. I was the first time all year I was ahead on my work heading to somewhere, and now I'm fucked again.
Yeah, I'm pretty behind also. I think if there's ever been a week to make it clear and pronounce ourselves by Saturday that we are here doing content, it is this week.
Understood. And so we should use this as an avenue as well.
Right.
Right.
So without further ado, we are going
So
to
the-
Delaware State this weekend.
Yes.
For our
Desha-
first Yep, I'm gonna just stop.
Deshaun Jackson is the coach at Delaware State. And as we have had this conversation a million times, we are not game day. We don't go to the biggest game. I want to go to a different place every single week. And I mean different, not just the top 25. We're going to do FCS. So we were like, okay, we're seeing these former players become hot coaches. You have Mike Vick, obviously Coach Prime kind of set the major tone at Jackson State. Well, who could be another one? Who could be another? Deshaun Jackson, Delaware State. I know nothing
Not a thing.
about what this experience is like. The only thing, I mean, full circle on the game day thing, the only thing I know about Jackson State is for when game day went there that one time. I have no idea. What
So
to
I
expect.
guess we say we're not college game day, but low key, we kind of are becoming game day, and we're spreading awareness on these different schools. And so I think there's two things to focus on here. Number one, Delaware State invited us out. So I give a lot of credit to my guy Jordan, who reached out over the summer and was like, "Yo, I saw your guys' YouTube videos at Kent State and Penn, and like I think this could be really awesome if you guys came and showcased the showcase the program." Number two, I posted a TikTok because let's just call a spade a spade. Like, we're three white dudes. Dawson is also white, even though his profile picture is Jalen Hurts. And we're going to an HBCU and homecoming. And we're going to be curious, but like I also want someone who's part of the culture there, who understands the history there, to like show us around, lead us around. And so I posted a TikTok and an Instagram, and I was like, hey, this is niche, but like, does anyone know anyone at Delaware State who would be good on camera, who could do this? And the top comment on it is like, bro's trying to get an invite to the cookout. And like, yeah, that is essentially what I am trying to accomplish here. Like,
no, that is exactly what we are trying to accomplish.
And what is so bad about that?
Nothing.
At least I don't think so. You know, there's going to be it is gotcha culture. There's going to be people who like think we're maybe appropriating culture, but that's why I am excited that they invited us out, so we can at least, to the trolls who are going to try and like get us, but we're about to do amazing things for Delaware State. Like, we make an impact every campus we go to. I'm so fucking excited for it. I do have a wedding on Saturday, so I'm fucking pissed. Not pissed. I'm just bummed that I'm not going to be able to actually see everything on game day and the tailgating scene and everything that goes with it. But I think this is going to be one of our best videos ever. It's what we talked about in that 5-hour fucking meeting today. Like, when we're curious, when we're excited about something, when we have the proper amount of access, like, we hit it, right? We're so good at it, and it works so well for us. So yeah, we're going to Del State. I did get a couple people, so I've got contacts that we're going to link up with. One guy who's going to take photos of us, one guy who I think is a DJ, but he also either goes there or graduated. So we're going to be hooked up pretty good. I'm excited about the content. But yeah, invite your boy to the cookout. Like, is that a problem? Why not?
No, I mean,
by the way, we're not acting like we're not white, and we're not acting like we don't know we're going to an HBCU. Like, that is abundantly clear.
Yeah.
Like, nobody is trying to hide both of those facts. Maybe Dawson.
The thing is, it's like, okay, how do you be the whole goal of widening your horizons as a human being, going to places, visiting. I didn't know, you know, I went out to a restaurant in France, a restaurant in Tokyo, whatever. Whole point is to experience it and go in with an open, curious mind. And so why wouldn't, like, isn't the whole point of athletics and college, like, basically the cauldron of that whole thing is if football is in athletics, or the front porch of a college, right? That is the mantle. And say, all right, I'm going to go to a football game, and Deshaun Jackson's the coach, and it's an HBCU, and I've never been, and like, they want us to come. Yeah. And the funny thing is, it's so difficult to speak on because I have no idea what to expect. I don't know what to compare it to. I don't know anything. So
I hope it's electric. I think it probably will be, but if it doesn't, we'll have to say that, and then we'll obviously get yelled at for not thinking it's the greatest thing ever. But we call balls and strikes. That's what we do. The one thing I will say that, you know, that comes from this, we're not college game day. I did get a bunch of messages that are like, bro, like, you got to go to like Grambling. This is not a good HBCU experience, like all that. This also doesn't have to be our last one.
Yeah.
Right? Like, if we can go see, we have to set the floor, and we got this opportunity where we're invited out. So I am pumped. We leave tomorrow, and it should be a good time.
All I know are that the bands are electric. That's all.
Yeah, like I didn't even think about the bands until someone brought it up, and I was like, yeah, okay, now I know the bands are a thing. But that's pretty much. Oh, have I mentioned that I came up with the best question for Deshaun?
What?
Did we talk about this?
Well, I
So,
thought actually Dawson came up with
Yeah.
the best question.
which was what?
He dropped the ball through the end zone.
Oh, yeah. So I'm taking credit for that.
That's insane.
Yeah. No, I've been telling people about this, and so I definitely thought I came up with that. So credit to Dawson,
I
but
respect that.
Yeah.
credit to me because Jet, which is Deshaun's guy, I asked him on our call with him. I was like, "How does Deshaun want to be framed? Right? Like, what is the framing?" And he was like, "Coach Jackson, Coach Deshaun Jackson, whatever." Kind of moving away from the playing days into the coaching days. And what better question than now that you're a coach, right? How would you reprimand or coach your players to
And
not
like
do
Gannon getting $100K fine, like it's
that? Yeah,
money.
it's money. It's money. So sometimes it's
money.
fun.
I'm
I
glad
mean, we
you
knew,
came up with that.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
No, major credit to me.
Yeah, that was
Snaps to
insane.
me.
Yeah, no, definitely. You're
So yeah, that's Dell State. They're playing South Connecticut State, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I also cooked in the HBCU trivia the other day, which I was really proud of myself. How many I knew.
Proud of you too.
Thank you.
All right, so that's all I got for Dell State, but we'll keep you guys updated.
Yeah.
And you don't want Gainesville? It's too long for you.
I mean, if you want to get you said it was loud. The bars were fun. They started late. Your quarterback sucks. You announced the single worst fuck you tour of all time.
Yeah.
With the Ravens in Texas.
Yep.
And I don't know how much deeper we need to go into it. You guys suck. And I don't even know if you run tape that you get in.
What?
Nah, you do, but
yeah, you just say you just be saying. If we run table, we win the SEC.
Yeah,
we only have one.
No, you know, ball. Yeah, no, man. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. No,
anything else you want to get?
Well, I guess the only thing relevant from Gainesville, if you're just gonna diminish everything about my trip to Florida, would be I had maybe my most viral tweet ever.
Yeah,
Dino, the Texas stopper.
Yep.
I
resonate with the audience because we went to Clemson and there's 90 comments each week. Where's the Clemson video? Where's the Clemson? So I'm trying to no longer talk about things that they cannot see. That's all.
Yeah, I feel it.
And my thing is, where's the Clemson video? Where's the Clemson video? Where's the Clemson? You motherfuckers, you don't watch our content. we actually just had a 5-hour meeting on no one fucking watches the YouTube videos. So in the meantime, watch the fucking other ones so that we're all still employed and to release the Clemson video. Good God. Where's this? Where's this? Where's this? Where's this?
It's a good thing. It's just an annoyingly good thing. It's just shut the fuck up. I mean, but at the same time, it's the fact that they care to ask about why isn't Arizona State been posted is a good
Oh my
thing.
gosh, no one gave a fuck about the Ryder Cup. They were just where's the ASU video?
Yeah.
Someone was fighting for us in the comments. They were like, why can't you guys just enjoy a new video? The Arizona State video is coming. I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. ASU,
no one has asked for Florida, I don't think.
No, nobody.
Which is a good thing. But I think the takeaway is, does it need to be done as a YouTube video for the channel? It's a fun time. But I would say it's not. At the same time, it's almost do we need, unless Netflix is paying us to do an experience at all 18 SEC schools, I don't know if Florida's in the top 3 SEC experiences. When they're good, I'm sure it's even better. It's a great college town. It's what you guys were talking about with Nebraska. You roll into Gainesville, everything is Florida. It's covered in gators, right? But other than that, it's not super unique at the same time. I found Ole Miss to be a little more unique. Then you have the Grove. Florida is just the only unique thing was Casey, you would have been in heaven because it's like Big Ten tailgate atmosphere, but you get SEC tradition with it. So that was pretty cool. And the way their stadium's built is incredible. Like that just fucking funnel sound down. So it really was one of the loudest stadiums I've been in. But
was it louder than Tennessee?
I like on par with, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it was like deafening.
Because Nebraska was loud, but it wasn't Tennessee loud. Like it was in the next tier, Nebraska.
No, Florida was in that top tier, undoubtedly, and that also comes with. I was sitting next to a guy who he didn't cheer the whole game, and I kept asking him like, "Why aren't you cheering?" And it was like he's just seen too much shit. He's like, "I don't trust Napier." Like even up 7, everything that happened, he's like, "I just don't trust it." And I was like, "Look, I get why." But at the same time, if you're never going to cheer, do you even enjoy this? Like, at what point do you enjoy being at the game? But the hospitality was amazing. I got a free ticket to the game. I stayed at Dean's colleague's place outside of Gainesville. And Dino went viral. So I was half kidding, but like half serious. Once again, if we were Barstool, like, am I paying for Dean to go to the game this weekend? Like, is that funny that like you continue that story? Because I kind of put out like a ridiculous one, which was like he needs 10K to go to the game. But then I was kind of like, if you're OU, like, do you just pay it? If you're OU's NIL, like, isn't that a better use of money than like some left tackle paying him for 1 week, like third string left tackle? Do you actually think he's a jinx, or like, is that just hilarious if you're an OU fan? And then when Texas loses, everyone gets to pile on to this poor kid who just can't see a Texas win. So, yeah, we probably don't run the table. Maybe we do with Clemson. There's a lot of season left.
Yeah, I don't think they're running tape.
I don't think they're running tape either, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
And by the way, you fucker, you're ruining our resume.
Yeah,
you're undefeated.
No, but that's not good. Tim's a blind pick A or B resume guy. He doesn't watch the games, like tell who has a better team.
Well, we're busy, but yeah, I think.
What do you mean Tim doesn't?
Ruin,
like, what are you talking about?
It should ruin your resume. You barely beat this, and you couldn't score on what you guys made us think we were some amazing defense, and we're ass.
No, you told me you were some amazing defense.
I thought we were. And
I don't think it's like you can't go in one breath. LSU beats Clemson at Clemson. Clemson literally cannot put 2 and 2 together, and then be like, maybe they're not as like that. You have to work with what we have. Otherwise, then there's actually no point of watching. Then if the games don't matter, then what are we doing? And
but you reevaluate, right? Like you're like, oh, maybe LSU's defense isn't as good as I initially thought because Clemson's offense is bad, or no?
I'm saying what I'm doing. Because I moved Ohio. I have Ohio State at 3 right now, and it's because I've said like their win has not aged well. Their signature win. Meanwhile,
an Oregon signature win is mint.
But
they played Oklahoma State and Oregon State.
They're 2,
and then right. Why are they above Ohio State?
I would still say that at Penn State on the road, whiteout is
they just lost to UCLA.
Yeah, but the other thing I'll say is like Texas. Like, yes, Texas sucks. Oh my God, they're the worst. This was the worst scheduled spot of all time. Like you
were
knew
off a bye though.
No, but it didn't matter. It's the Florida sucks. You're going on the road, first true test. Like I knew we were losing this game. I said it. I posted it.
It's not like a trap game. I think you knew you were losing because you guys aren't good.
Yeah.
No, whenever it's like, and then the spread moves in their direction.
All right, what happens if you guys lose to OU without Mateer?
Then we suck.
Right. How many times are we going to do that?
Yeah.
But what happened? Okay, here's the real pretzel. What happens when we beat OU with no Mateer?
Are you good? No.
I don't know. But then we play fucking Arkansas and Mississippi
layup
State.
ass schedule.
And
You're losing
then,
you're losing one of those games.
and then we
Mississippi State's not bad this year.
and then we
And
beat
Arkansas might score
Vandy at-
100 on you.
What happens when we beat OU no Mateer? You clean up, because the one thing Sark does besides Saturday is he does beat up on the inferiors. His issue is beating the big guys, right? He gets out coached, right?
Yeah, you've got James Franklin Part 2. We've got it.
So, all right. So here's the thing: what happens when you front run the next 4 games? You beat OU no Mateer. You beat Arkansas, Mississippi, or Kentucky. We play Kentucky and Mississippi State, and then you beat Vandy at home, right? And everyone thinks Vandy's like this half decent team, but you beat them at home as 7-point favorites. And then you got to go to Athens, I think, off a bye again. You're going to have people back in and being like, maybe.
You guys can be back in all you want.
Yeah, but you suck.
Right.
I don't know if
you're actually a dream. I pray you get into the playoff just so I can people think you're good and you can hammer the other side.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you're a club in crisis, to be honest.
Nah, good.
It
fuck
doesn't
you
matter.
tour for sure. A fuck you tour that's dead in October.
Where did I move? It's all about you. We are the best team in college football.
They're so good.
They're so good.
And by the way, I love being part of the draft. Like, we're a 3rd pick. Reuben Bain Jr. You're a Baltimore Raven.
Yeah, I'm sure you've watched a singular fucking snap of Reuben Bain.
We watched Miami FSU, did we not?
And then
Well,
you
actually, we
yelled,
had to turn
"Get
it off.
Yeah, get it off. Yeah.
Honestly, it was nice seeing Vert. He doesn't care about the Eagles. He actually does care about the Phillies, which we know. He tracks the box scores like a fucking madman. He was distraught. The game wasn't on. He like stormed down to the lobby. He was like pissed off.
Because we're all like clipping and like doing our job. And he's like, I don't have a job to do. I can't just grab a clicker and put on the game. Like, just do that.
I do respect. We have limited respect for that man, but when it comes to his Phillies fandom, which I would imagine played into why he didn't drink all 9 beers.
Right, he wanted to watch the game.
But
what the fuck?
What happened?
My chair just like went down.
Another real quick. Actually, no, I'm done with that.
We're on an hour 30. All right, NFL picks. For any choppers that have made it this far, and for the choppers listening on TikTok and Instagram, the boys are a combined 4-9. So if you want someone to fade, we are your guys. No, not 4. Nope, 4-11. 4-11.
Okay.
4-11. We are 4 combined. We are 4-11 on the NFL season. Quick recap.
Except this is why you're not smart. What you should be doing is Tim won last week. If we just go one person versus the other, you just clip like I'm going Saints -1.5. Bang, winner, easy.
No, I think honestly we're a fucking fade and a half. Jack's pick,
worst gambler
Giants L. He moves to 1-4. Tim gets his first win of the season on the other side, Saints. I had the Bills -8. They lost outright to the Pats, moving to 2-3. Yeah, such a bad pick, bud. You're literally 1-4.
I mean, the fucking Giants. Are you kidding, Tim? When it was 14,
doing this.
No, I need to know when it was 14-0 or 14-3. Were you like, am I the dumbest person on earth, or you foresaw that happening?
I was dumping pants, but I also was then saying to myself, like, I was like, okay, be calm. These 2 teams are dog shit.
Yeah.
One is and it was almost like it was. Sometimes you have to convince yourself you have a chance. That was I've seen this. I've actually been on the Giants before in this situation, and I know that like this is going to flip in an hour. Like that's
because I'm the coldest gambler in the planet. I knew the Saints were gonna win once. I forget what it was, but when it became 14-10, I was like, oh, the Giants have no shot. Like they should have been up 90 points at this point. All right. Anyways, All time though, Case, me to give out my pick of the season, Nico Iamaleava lower rushing yards, and he ran for 150 yards. I mean, that's
No,
all
we know.
time.
Yeah, we
That
know.
is all time.
And I had to admit to my roommate that for the first time in my life, I have to admit I am not seeing the NFL board well. And that hurt to say out loud. Like, I put Bills minus 475 as a final leg of a parlay.
Oof.
That was brutal. Anyways, I'll go first. My pick is the Jets +7 in London against the Broncos. I just think the Jets will jet, and I feel like other teams will jet when they're in London. So maybe if the Jets play like they're a foreign team at all times, then maybe the Broncos come back to and like they're good at backdoor covering.
You're
they
really
don't give
not
up.
seeing it. I mean,
Yeah, I don't
so
love
many,
the pick.
There's
I don't love the
32
pick.
sides, and it's maybe the Jet, the London. What?
Jets +7, man. Like if the Jets are going to jet no matter what, and London gives people more opportunity to quote unquote jet, then maybe they'll just come to neutral. Like that's their neutral, and the
No clue.
Broncos
Just
will
say
jet.
Just say that part of the roster played in London last year, and they're more comfortable. Like that would have been
That's not what
1,000
I'm
times
saying.
better.
No,
No, I know.
I also like the fact that like Fields as my fantasy quarterback, he loves empty stats in the fourth
Garbage,
quarter. So maybe I can get a backdoor.
But so does Jake Browning. The problem is these bad teams are not losing by single digits anymore. They lose by 1,000 points. Cincy they had the fakest attempt at a backdoor cover, and the Lions just like squash it. Like these teams are so fucking bad.
Give me the Jets +7.
Yeah, I'm giving you all that to say, like, it's not like I can pick a winner out of my actual.
No, I mean I'm
asshole
2
right
and
now.
3, and I'm in the lead on this show. So like that puts in perspective what's going
on. Okay, I'm looking at my power ratings. I had 2 best bets, and then I'm looking at the line, and I'm just like, Jesus Christ. The Cardinals are +6.5, but +100. So it's 7, right? Tim, find me a 7 on the board. You can find me a 7, yeah, for Arizona?
Yeah.
Thank you. All right,
Say
so we'll
less.
just, My pick's going to be Arizona +7. I think the Colts are a pretty good team. If Arizona had just held the ball through the goal line, they
Staring
probably...
at a 7 minus 105 here.
Oh, lovely. Yeah, I'll go Cards. I don't think the Cardinals are in that tier of really bad that you think they are?
They're close. Kyler's a fucking joke.
No, he is, but like they're competent.
A lot of drama around the locker room right now. You're off a Panthers loss. Once again, Tim,
Panthers
what's your
loss.
pick? Didn't the Cardinals lose to the Panthers?
Titans.
Sorry. Yeah, my fault.
My pick
is any chance you're gonna bet on a good team or?
Yeah. My pick is the San Francisco 49ers +3 at Tampa Bay. Okay. This to me, you have Tampa Bay been probably one of the more lucky teams in the NFL this year. I think they actually sort of should have lost to Seattle, but close game. They've played a number of these games that they've either been outplayed or they've gone toe-to-toe with the opponent. And then San Fran, especially banged up team, just gets the mini bye here. I think that bodes really well for them. I actually don't care if Purdy or Jones plays. I like +3. I think it's too much.
I agree. I made that line -2. You get the key number there. I'm with you. But obviously,
you guys talking like you're good at betting while being 1-4 is actually so funny.
How long's the season? The season's over. It's over after 5 weeks.
We played this game last year.
Please,
no. I'm not saying I'm better. You guys just talking like you're great at betting, but being 1-4 is just so funny.
Who said we're great at betting? That's just
just talking like you're
getting
informed.
Key numbers.
Talking like you're informed. Like you are informed. It's just hilarious. Like I'm not making fun of you. I'm saying from an outsider's perspective, it would be hilarious.
But why? So like this is like saying you're so fat, but when you go to the gym, you have perfect form, like that, and you have a problem with that.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, that's
Just-
literally
No.
that's
But
Yeah.
I don't have a problem. All I'm
no,
saying
you do.
is it's
you do,
funny.
because
It's
no,
just
it's
funny.
not funny. It's not fucking funny. What's funny is you being short, fat, stupid.
And
Like that's
us
funny.
trying to
Ha, ha,
better
everyone
ourselves.
laugh.
You're the one that like takes a
Right.
video of a fat person at the gym.
Right.
Look at this guy acting like he knows how to
Yeah.
go to the gym.
Right.
That's exactly what you're
yes.
doing. Watch
Great
this.
analogy.
Watch this. Show me your picket calendar right now.
Me?
Yep. For this month. Show me your picket calendar.
It's not pretty.
Are you greened?
Show
Are
me
you
your picket
greened
calendar.
out?
Am I green?
No, Tim.
Oh.
You want to reveal?
Casey's got a lot of red.
Okay. And here am I.
And what about offshore?
Ooh. Yeah, we're not playing that game. Shout out Pickett.
We're
I gotta
not
go.
playing that game.
And love you, choppers.
Hour
Um,
40. Jesus Christ. After a 5.
Hit
hour
stop.
meet.
Yeah, don't leave.